And now, You Are There with Jerry Stewart.
Hello, I'm Jerry Stewart. Sporting events in America are a huge part of our pastime, and no sporting event in our nation is bigger than our game tomorrow, the Super Bowl. My story today is about one other very big game in our U.S. history and what happened when Roy Riegels ran the wrong way. In a moment, you will know because you are there.
Hello, Jerry Stewart here. Question: what are you, an American or an Americant? You might be saying, what's the difference? Glad you asked. An American is someone who sees a problem in our nation, and rather than running from the problem, you stay. And you say, I can fix the problem. And you do, helping to make our great America even greater. And an Americant? Pretty simple, pretty sad. You say, there's a problem. You don't have a solution. You don't even try to make a solution. And that is being an Americant. And we don't need any more Americans, but more Americans. Do yourself a big favor. Go to our website at www.jerrystewartusa.com and join our American Club by subscribing. And when you do, we'll send you an official American certificate to hang up and show to all that you're an American. So go to www.jerrystewartusa.com and join now. See you there.
The year was 1929. It was New Year's Day, and the big game at the Rose Bowl that year was the University of California Bears against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And that day, starting at center for the California Bears, was junior Roy Riegels. Well, midway through the second quarter, Georgia Tech fumbled the ball and Riegels picked it up. And unbelievably, he began to run the wrong way toward his own goal. And as he ran for what he thought would be a great score, his quarterback, Benny Lom, ran behind him trying to catch him. Finally, just at the last minute before Riegels crossed his own goal line, Lom finally stopped him on the 3-yard line. And in those next few moments, when Roy Riegels discovered just what he had done, he was ashamed and embarrassed. Later, Riegels explained that when he had recovered the fumble, he had been hit and somehow turned around, and that somehow he never knew he was running the wrong way. To make matters even worse for Riegels, on the next play, his team tried to kick out of the end zone, but the kick was blocked and Georgia Tech scored a safety, giving them a 2-point lead. At halftime, Roy Riegels told his coach he could not go back on the field, but Coach Nibs Price tried to encourage Riegels. His coach kept telling him, Roy, get back out there. The game is only half over. And finally, he convinced Riegels to go back out for the second half. And when Roy went back out on the field for that second half, the crowd laughed and called him wrong way Riegels. But during that second half of play, they saw a young man possessed with determination. Riegels was all over the field, running, tackling. He even blocked a punt. But despite all of his efforts, Georgia Tech won the game by just 1 point. Riegels' 2-point safety had cost them the game. The season was over, and Roy Riegels was the national laughingstock in all of football. So what happened to Roy Riegels? Did he quit football forever? No. Here's where the amazing part of this story can be told. That next year, Roy Riegels did return to play football for the University of California. In fact, he was voted to be captain of his team, and get this, he was voted as the best center in all of college football. You see, Riegels refused to let one blunder ruin his life. So what happened to Roy Wrongway Riegels? Despite the national mockery, he went on to live a normal life. He served in the U.S. Army Air Corps in World War II, and afterwards, he started his own successful chemical company. He went on to coach both high school and college football, and in 1991, Roy Riegels was inducted into the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame. Now, I don't know about you, but the part of that story that strikes the deepest chord in me is the words of his coach at halftime. All Riegels wanted to do was to hide, to die, just not to go back out on that field. And what did his coach say? Roy, get up and go back out there. The game is only half over. What about you today? Where are you in the game of life? It may not be easy to get back out there, but remember, the game is not over yet. I'm Jerry Stewart, and now you know, because you are there.